Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and guys, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to talk about, and you know I do this all the time, when a card is officially made, set, and the lineup is official. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about the card, the main card on the zone on June 15th on the Subriel Matias versus Liam Paro card in Manatí, Puerto Rico. It will be Matias' second title defense. We've been waiting to see what the lineup is, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to break it down for you. It's an interesting card, man. Pretty interesting card. You know, there's some familiar faces on that card, as you can see in the poster that I'm showing to you guys on the screen. And I'm going to talk about the first fight of the night. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. William A. Ortiz Rivera, 5-0, 4 knockouts, 20 years old. Pretty good southpaw, good punching power. Very clever in there, sharp boxer as well. Has a good jab, has a good straight left hand. Good combos once he gets them going. Very talented kid, and based on what I've read, he is one of the hottest young talents in Puerto Rico on the rise. He's a 4-time national champion, and when you see him fight, you see the skills and you see the talent. So he'll be taking on Luis Gonzalez Colon. Not as known as Mr. William Ortiz here. He's got a record of 5 wins, 2 losses, 4 knockouts. The good thing is here is that he's a young man as well, 24, 23 years old. And of course, he's coming in as the underdog in this fight. So William Ortiz, being the bronze medalist in the Pan Am Games in 2021, plus a 4-time national champion. 5-0, 4 knockouts, 20 years old. You know, he is definitely the favorite coming in. So based on what I see here, this should be the first fight on the main card, and should be exciting to see this young fighter, young talent, let those hands go once that bell rings. The next fight on the card, and this fight is very intriguing to me. It is another chapter in the Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry. You know how it goes. A lot of action. Rarely disappoints. You got gold medalists, deep amateur background, 2023 gold medalist from the Central Games. And Stephanie Pinheiro Aquino, 6-0, 2 knockouts. Excellent talent. One of the best female fighters to come out of Puerto Rico. She has plans to, even though she's fighting as a pro, she's 6-0, she still has plans to compete in 2024 Olympics in Paris. But as for now, she'll be stepping in the ring June 15th against Diana Tapia Castro. 7-1, 2 KOs. Interesting here, guys, is that Tapia, who is Pinheiro's opponent, even though she has one loss, she avenged that loss, right? That first loss was by majority decision. Then she won it back by split decision. So these two women must be evenly matched. I haven't seen the fight, but based on what I see on the record here, that's what's going on. So after that avenged loss, she fought a woman with 5-0 split decision, 2-0, and next woman 3-0. So Tapia has a better resume than Pinheiro. Even though Pinheiro is coming in with all this amateur experience and gold medals and all that stuff, Tapia is a live dog in this fight. This is in Puerto Rico, in front of Pinheiro's people, Puerto Rican fans. You know, she's coming in with all the amateur experience and the undefeated record and all that to go out there and put on a show for the Puerto Rican fans and her people like me. But this fight is very This is not no easy task. This is not a showcase fight. Tapia is young as well. She's 7-1, but she avenged that loss, and she's coming in hungry, and she knows that she's coming into uncharted territory. So this is an interesting fight. This is an interesting fight. Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You got both of these women with the same amount of knockouts, almost the same amount of fights, with the same goal, which is win. And Mexico versus Puerto Rico, it does its point. So the decorated amateur Stephanie Pino versus the hungry, come from scratch, Diana Tapia Castro, coming to win. You said it. Based on what I read, she's coming to win. That's good. You're gonna need it. Should be a tremendous fight in this one. And then we got Rivera, 5-0, 2 knockout versus Victor Sandoval, 37-4 with 23 knockouts. I'm not gonna say too much here on this fight. In my last video, I spoke about Yanquiel versus Sandoval. So if you haven't seen that video yet, it's got almost 300 views. In less than a day. Check it out. Slowly becoming one of my best videos that I've made in terms of views and attention. So check it out. And it is a tremendous fight. All I gotta say. Another chapter in the Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry. And I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are looking forward to it. And like I said, look back into my last video and where I break down the fight completely. And enough said on that. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, Angel Fierro. We all should know about that guy. Tough Mexican fighter. Comes forward, solid chin, good punching power, both hands. He's always dangerous every round. Comes to fight. You know, I've been saying lately, these tough Mexican fighters. Angel Fierro is a example of that. He's been to Puerto Rico before. He's coming back on June 15. And like I said, he's been to Puerto Rico before. Last time he was there, he was the underdog against Alberto Machado. Machado, former world champion, coming in. Tall, rangy, good punching power. And he showed it. He showed that. He dropped Fierro twice with right hooks. And the knockdowns were hard and brutal to the point where we all thought that Fierro was done. No. Those 2 knockdowns, he got up. And he came back to drop Machado in return and stop him. Scored an upset in Puerto Rico in front of Machado's family and fans and people. That was a hell of an action fight. But Fierro, coming into uncharted territory, the same thing he's going to do on June 15th in Puerto Rico again. He defeated Machado. No one knew who the hell Fierro was until that night. Now he's back June 15th in Puerto Rico for the first time since that fight, 3 years ago? During COVID. He'll be taking on Alfredo Santiago. El Domi Bori, who's born in the Dominican Republic but has lived all his life, majority of his life in Puerto Rico. All his professional fights have been in Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico is his second home. He's from the same area where I'm from in Puerto Rico, Fajardo. So Fajardo in the house, just like Subriel Matias. Him and Subriel Matias are very good friends. They have trained for years down in the Fajardo boxing gym. So they go way back. So is definitely an excitement. I'm sure they are excited to be fighting on the same card. I think they've done it before, but it's been a long time. So a lot has happened since then. These two guys are much more mature. They're just a little bit older, and of course much more experienced. And they'll be fighting on the same card for the first time in what, maybe more than 5 years. Matias hasn't fought in Puerto Rico in 4 years, so imagine. Uh, so yeah, he'll be taking on Fierro, and this is not going to be an easy fight, ladies and gentlemen. Fierro is coming in with the confidence that he's been in Puerto Rico before. He's won in Puerto Rico before by stopping Machado, and he's confident, and he feels that he can go in Puerto Rico once again and do the same thing to Santiago, and he's got a chance. You know, Santiago, he's a good boxer. He's coming off a win over Carl, um, Dargan. Um, Take a look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last image of Santiago. He dropped Carl, put him through the ropes, and scored a stoppage win. Carl came in with a record of 20 wins and 1 loss. Pretty good fighter if you look at his resume. And Santiago was the underdog in that fight, and Santiago came and stopped him. That was a pretty impressive win, and the way he did it, stopping. So now he's coming in against Fierro. Now Fierro is a step up in competition compared to Carl, and he's gonna be coming forward, bringing that solid chin, bringing that punching power, and Santiago, of course, the excellent boxer that he is, good power as well. And he's gonna be fighting in front of his people. So, and Matias is gonna be watching. Like I said, they've trained together before for many years in the same gym back in the day, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to avoid letting the fans down, letting Puerto Rico down, letting Matias down. So pressure's on him. But all in all, even if he wins this fight, it's gonna be a rough fight. Win, lose, or draw. This is supposed to be the co-main event, based on what I've heard. And it is a firefight. It's going to be a firefight. Santiago's going to stand and fight. And the thing is, Fierro is going to love it. And I think I'm going to give Fierro the edge in that stand toe-to-toe, because I think Fierro takes a better shot. We'll see. It's a good fight. And then we got the main event, ladies and gentlemen. The main event, the fight that we all are going to come to see and tune in on TV. The one I bought ticket for, that I'll be going in person. I'll be there, guys, live. Like I said in not my last video, but a few videos ago, maybe almost about a month ago, I said I'll be attending the Subriel Matias fight, and I am. I'm one of those fans, man. I'm hardcore as they come. I'm one of those fans that if I'm going to an event, a boxing event, I'm going to be there from the first bell to the last. Meaning, I'm going to be there where from the beginning, from the first fight, La Pelea de las Chatas, meaning the fight of the jokers. You got a good fighter, and you got a fighter that when that good fighter hits them, with one good shot, they're done. It could be to the body, it could be to the head. You got a fighter with 6-0, you got a fighter with 5 and 12 losses. So, La Pelea de las Chatas. And I'm there to tell La Peleas Buenas, meaning the good fights, the good, where you got a good fighter and against another good fighter. That's, I'm there from the first bell, from the first fight of the night, where no one is in the arena, maybe one or two, till the last fight where the arena is all filled up. Yeah, I'm a real boxing fan, guys. I don't just sit here talk boxing. I be it and live it. Like I said, man, I'm a big Subriel Matias fan, so this fight is very important to me. He's from the same area where I'm from, Fajardo, Puerto Rico. And this will be my first time attending a Subriel Matias fight. I've been chasing a Subriel Matias fight for almost 3 years, and this is it. So he'll be taking on Liam Paro. As we all know, this is going to be a 140-pound IBF title fight shootout in the middle of that ring, in the middle of Manatí. Manatí is a beautiful place, beautiful area in Puerto Rico, but Subriel Matias is coming to turn Manatí into a war zone against Liam Paro. And Paro is going to oblige, and likely there will be blood. Definitely will be violent. A lot of punches. Matias, right uppercut, left hook combinations. Right hook, left hook, uppercut, body shot. Boom, 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 boom. That's how Matias is. He's like a tornado of punches, a propeller of punches coming at you. Tap, 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 boom. Tap, 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 boom. Amazing, unique style. And he doesn't use his waist. He doesn't use his hips at all. He just uses his shoulders, arm punches. in a variation of speed, and you just don't know where the punch is going. It could be the body to your elbow, to ribcage, side of your head, your temple, whatever. Matias makes you uncomfortable as he possibly can. Suffocating pressure, solid chin, maybe one of the best chins in boxing today. And just doesn't stop throw punches. And this is what Liam Paro is going to have to overcome. Liam Paro has a good straight left hand, good power. You know, the Aussie, the Australian is going to come out of him. These are tough. You know, Australians are tough. They can fight. Paro is undefeated, 24-0. You know he's coming in as the underdog. This is just like what, first title opportunity? Yes, it is. And he's not scared. He's not scared, and that's good, because he cannot be scared, because Matias will make him scared right away. Fighting a guy like Matias, you cannot be scared of, man. You gotta go in there. You gotta go in there and be willing to die in that damn ring. You gotta go and be willing to shed some blood. Give and take punches. Sacrifice your health. Have that frame of mind that when you know you're about to go in the ring with Matias, that you may have to start questioning yourself. I may not come out. Am I going to come out the same? Or am I going to come out the same? Likely you're not going to come out the same. You know, many fighters have fought Matias. They got all beat up, swollen up, busted up, looking like a horror movie when they're done, like a horror character. And all I gotta say is make sure I hope Paro kisses his wife, his children, if he has children, likely he does. And before he steps in that ring, because this is it. This is how serious Matias is. You just never know how you're gonna come out, or you may never come out at all. Maxim Dadashev, excellent fighter. He was an example of that. He went in that ring with Matias, and he never came out. He never came out of that arena on his own 2 feet. He had to leave on the stretcher in an ambulance. Never woke up. So this is it. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Subriel Matias versus Liam Paro for the IBF title, for Matias' IBF title. The homecoming of the boogeyman, and it's a boogeyman that Liam Paro will be fighting. Let me know what you guys think on this card. William Ortiz versus Luis Gonzalez Colon. Stephanie Pinheiro Aquino versus Diana Tapia Castro. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, an all-female brawl. Yankee Rivera versus Victor Sandoval. Another chapter in the Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry. One should be a tremendous firefight at 112 pounds. Angel Fierro versus Alfredo Santiago. Another tremendous fight at 140 pounds. This should be a pretty good physical firefight as well. And then we got Subriel Matias versus Liam Paro, a shootout in Manatee. And it's going to be fun while it lasts. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host and crew. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.